Welcome back to Pawpaw Sammy and Alleybugs channel. Alright, welcome to Pawpaw Sammy and Alleybugs channel. If you people know, I started off with my worms, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Not for the castings, but for the environment. These worms will go through a big black garbage bag of shredded paper in a couple of 3 or 4 weeks. That don't go to the dump or the landfill. Also the grass, leaves, food scraps, it all goes in here, here, or there. Now, the good news is this works great. The bad news is,
what is this called? A continual flow bin?
It's a flow through, which I built. It's hard to see underneath, but I got wires running across. Got cardboard on top of that, and then the rest of the stuff on top of that. Now the bad news is this. I just killed every worm in this bin. I just killed every worm in this bin, every stinking worm. And why? Very easy. See those little black devils crawling around in there? Can you see them?
Yeah. Earwigs.
That's right. I didn't realize that they had worms and worm eggs. I found out the hard way. Bottom line was, I thought they was actually helping convert this into compost. See them? When I started 2 weeks ago trapping them, see that right there? When I was trapping them, I would have the whole bottom of these containers covered with them. I mean hundreds. Now it's getting down to maybe 100, 150 per. But they still in here. Because all you got, and there's no worms. I have dug through here a dozen times.
No, I can actually smell the difference in here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is that a worm?
No.
No. Look where my finger's pointing. No, never mind.
Yeah, I have dug through here and there's no worms in here. Not the first one.
Now, I remember you and I had this conversation a few weeks ago, and I told you I have a couple of earwigs.
They multiply like crazy.
Right, like 5 or 6. And I squish them when I see them, but they don't hurt my bed because I grind my food up, and they're not like, he was right, guys. It was thousands. When you pulled this bed back, it was nothing but earwigs.
The whole top would be moving. So what I've got is a dead bed. Now what I'm doing is trapping out the earwigs. I'm going to get them down to where I'm getting 2 or 3 or 4 a day. Then I'm going to take all this out, run the compost, because it's full of compost.
And vermicompost too.
Oh yeah, I get all my worm castings. And then the paper and stuff, I'll go ahead and put in the compost pile. I won't run it back through on account of the earwigs. In other words, I'll use the compost worm castings in my garden.
Right.
I'll go ahead and get rid of all this in the compost pile.
And reset the bed up from scratch.
And completely reset the bed up. If you look here, you notice it's getting dry. I'm doing that where I can harvest the castings. See, the worms are gone. They're not eating anything.
Yeah, I'm not. About 3 or 4 months ago, he and I pulled this bed back, and there were thousands of worms in here.
Sure was.
Thousands. And then the earwigs came. But we did discuss, Eddie, and remember when you said I had been putting whole banana peels, pieces of apple, instead of grinding it, you were just kind of putting the large.
The thing is, when I rake the yard, I come in here with the pine straw and the leaves. So I'm sure I raked up some earwigs and the eggs and then pested them in my bed.
Yeah.
Now these here, there's no earwigs in there.
Can we look at one of these bins?
Yeah.
No, wait, let me ask you before we go to that. What are you putting in here? Are you putting any kind of poison?
No indeed. Oh man. All that is a squash. See the earwigs in it?
Yeah.
All that is a squash that I let sit on that workbench over there until it got mushy, and I stuck it in there. Now, if you want to watch something funny, down here, turn it. I'm going to show you something. Watch this. They'll come up.
What are you looking for?
Looking for the earwigs.
Oh yeah, I see them. So, well.
See them coming up and swimming?
Yeah.
Now watch this.
Wow.
That's what's killing my worms. See him?
Yeah, and you have turtles out here, don't you?
Oh yeah, he's under that cupboard right there.
And he's got minnows, and they'll come over here and eat these. And the little minnows and the little tadpoles then swim over here, and they eat these bugs and they eat these vegetable scraps. All poison-free, all totally organic. Look, guys, there's a solution to every problem in the world. And a lot of times when you're using poisons and things like that, you are actually making the problem worse. You're not solving it. So here is my dad solving the problem completely humanely, because now he's feeding up the food chain rather than poisoning or injuring. And he's keeping things like turtles and tadpoles and minnows supplied with the food in a ditch when normally they might not get enough to eat.
It's right when I set it up and when I harvest it. That keeps me in nothing too. All I do is take an old piece of cardboard, put it down on top. You see all this? Oh, that's some pretty compost there.
Yeah,
That being these running. I wonder how many worms I got in here now.
Here they are.
Oh my, there are a clump of them, look. And there are a bunch of little ones. That means they're laying.
That's right. This means the environment is healthy, guys. When you're seeing eggs and babies and teeny tiny worms, you're doing something right, because they'll stop hatching and laying.
Look at that.
Whenever the environment does not work for them.
Now that's good. There's no odor at all.
Yeah, you see, I can't smell this one. I smelled that other bed as soon as we pulled that continual flow bed
Sour.
apart. Yeah, it's exactly what it smelled like, sour. This smells fresh.
It is. That's going to be a good bed. Anyway, that's how I do it.
How often are you adding moisture and food to these?
I add moisture. I don't let it get dry. If it gets dry, the eggs are not going to hatch. They'll lay right there and wait for it to get wet. So look, it's not really wet. Look,
It's moist, huh?
squeeze hard. You feel them. Uh-oh, I done killed my dead gumworm.
You didn't kill him.
That was ugly. Anyway, what it is, I keep it damp. And the worms, it keeps them cool. The water, especially in a shed like this, even insulated, it'll get up to 90, 95 degrees
Yeah, it will.
sometimes. Well, this water evaporates. Feel how cold that is. That's really cold.
Wow. So, like, it is cool. Very cool.
And that keeps the worms, comfortable.
And then this traps that moisture as it's rising up, and it soaks in the bottom of that cardboard, and then it puts it right back down in there, doesn't
I've
it?
been known to take my sprayer and just spray on top of the cardboard.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do in our bins.
It evaporated out and cooled it.
Yep. I try to tell people that the garbage pan bins are the top-down bins, guys. In very hot environments, it's not a good idea. My dad and I set up one of those big green garbage can bins. Remember, Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad, y'all. I had to call my dad. I was freaking out. The worms were coming out. The odor was terrible. Come to find out, my dad's head would be the top of the bin, his stomach would be the bottom. It had compacted with no airflow at the bottom, and everything was dead.
Sour and dead.
Oh yeah, and it was starting to move up through the bin. So we took it apart, dumped it into our big bins, and we rinsed it and put it up. We no longer use that. Not in South Louisiana.
Don't give them the brand name.
Yeah. I'm not going to give out the brand name. That's correct, because I don't think who created that design thought it through for hot places. That plastic is too thin. It just doesn't give enough insulation. It's too much weight to the bottom where it funnels down. It's a bad design.
Here a while back, the little have a heart trap on top. Well, this is just one instance. Something was digging my banana trees up. So I set that trap, covered a little opossum, about that long. So I took my little have a heart trap, rode up to the Paul Park.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the bank of the river. There's woods down both sides for miles. So I took the little possum back there in the woods and turned him loose. And that's what I do with the possums out in the neighborhood and the squirrels. The ballpark will love me.
Yeah, they are. The kids definitely will when they get to actually see wildlife up close.
Y'all for watching. And like I said, appreciate it, subscribe it, and on closing words, that's what they cut ice with up north, an
Wow.
ice saw. I don't even know where I got it at. So, thank y'all again, and I'll talk to y'all later.
This is the garbage can type worm bin Pawpaw Sammy and I were just discussing. It narrows down to the bottom. Guys, I'm going to tell you, there's not enough airflow in this type of setup if you live in a hot environment. The inside temperature down low was extremely high. It was hitting above 100 degrees. We had worms attempting to get out all over the place. The smell was not good, and if you can see down at the bottom, it just packs in. See how narrow that is? So this is the type of setup that he and I were telling you that we just don't recommend it. We don't recommend it. Both Pawpaw Sammy and I have found great success in using this type of bed on rollers. He also uses the continual flow that you saw in the video. He also uses storage bins. There are multiple ways that you can worm form, but we highly suggest you not waste your money on that doodally. Guys, have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Pawpaw Sammy and Allybug's YouTube channel.